Hello everyone, today I will be reviewing the Bachmann J72. All my reviews so far have been on new releases, but today I thought I'd have a look at the Bachmann J72, as Bachmann are releasing the J71 soon, which in real life was basically an earlier version of the J72, and as such, Bachmann are using largely the same tooling. The version I went for my J72 was one of the non-sound-fitted versions of item number 31-063 in NER green. Bachmann have also made this model in LNER and BR liveries. When I bought the model in 2021, the RRP was £135, and you could buy them at the retailers for around £110. The new J71s are coming out are going to be £164 on RRP and $135 from the retailers, which sounds like a massive increase. However, prices have changed a lot since the model first came out in 2019, so I think the price increase does seem to make sense to an extent. However, what really matters is whether or not the loco is any good and if it's worth that price tag. So let's find out. The model itself comes packaged in the standard Bachmann branch line packaging. Inside the sleeve, you can see some nicely lined cab doors. However, those are not the only accessories, as the model came with chain link couplings and lamps. However, since I have owned the model for a long time, I already fitted them. You can see here in the instructions where they go. The logo itself is very nice, and the paint job and finish is fantastic, as you'd expect from Bachmann. The logo has tons of complex lining on it, and the green paint color they used really pops. The logo also has many separately fitted parts, such as handrails, a reversing rod, smoke box dart, valve gear between the frames, lots of lamp irons, metal safety valves, and more. Inside the cab, you can see many of the controls are separately fitted as well, and have been painted extremely nicely. The model does also feature spun metal buffers, as well as a firebox flicker, which you'll see later when it's running. On the track, the model runs very nicely, and the low speed control is pretty good, even though my model could definitely do with an oil change, which makes them running slightly juddery at low speeds, though it's not gotten too bad on mine so far. The loco is also able to haul trains of prototypical length at high and low speeds, which is just as you'd expect. The loco can also post 6 coaches on my layout with only a small amount of wheel slip, which I was very impressed with, considering that it's only an 060 tank engine. My track work is far from perfect, and the much more expensive Jones Goods that I reviewed from Rapido couldn't pull anything close to this, as it struggled with only about 4 coaches. One small thing worth considering about this model is that when I first got the loco, the pickups were a little bit misadjusted, so it cut out a little bit. They were very easy to readjust because the base keeper plate has spring-loaded contacts, but it is worth bearing in mind. And the loco, even with the pickups adjusted, does tend to cut out a little bit more than some of my other locos. So when I get around to putting a decoder in this model, I'll probably also fit it with a Stay Alive, just for that reason. Overall, though, I think the Bachmann J72 is a fantastic model, and definitely one of my favorites I own. It is perfect if you're looking for a small tank engine to run on a Northeastern, LNER, or British Railways layout. This model was the first British loco I ever purchased, simply because I loved the prototype and thought it was a very nicely proportioned tank engine, and I also just couldn't resist delivery. But I definitely made a good choice by starting with this one, given what a great model it is. With Bachmann having announced the upcoming J71, I'm very tempted to order one, as I love this J72, and would like to get one to run with my LNER stock. And the black livery that Bachmann are coming out with does look extremely tempting. For now, though, I am more than happy running this loco with a few of my coaches or a small goods train, and I highly recommend that you pick one up as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!